Welcome to Logistics Made Simple, and it's time for yet another follow-up video. You might remember I did a video a while ago talking about the 4 or 5 different ways to reduce environmental footprint from transport. You could use less energy, you can use different energy, you can use the system more efficiently, you can increase the infrastructure efficiency and availability in the system. And the 5th one is, of course, you could look at the transport demand and make the demand more suited to the transport and the transport system. And I got a lot of comments and I got a lot of questions on this. So thank you for that. And that has prompted me to do a part 2, if you will, of ways to decrease the environmental footprint of logistic systems. And the question I got was, what about AI? Can we use AI to do these things better? And the short answer to that is definitely. And let's break this down into maybe 3 different perspectives. Now, artificial intelligence, as you know, is booming right now. And this development gives us a lot of new types of, you might call them superpowers. You can do things with information that were previously very hard to do, especially when you talk about a transportation industry, which more often than not is in a real hurry to do stuff. And then you don't have time to wait for data, collect data, and make decisions based on data. So that's why we have these hard-coded rules in the system all over the place, like zip codes. That's the topic for another video, by the way. But looking at what we could do with AI already today, we can take 3 perspectives. The first one is the macro perspective or the strategic perspective. Let's say when we plan our infrastructure, we could use artificial intelligence to create better forecasts, better models to predict traffic. We can collect more data about the origin destination data of a continent, for instance, looking at, okay, stuff are produced here and they need to go over here. And if you lay that on top of each other, you will get a decent map of where stuff are going in this geography in entire Europe or North America, for instance. And the more data you have, and this is not data about where the trucks go today. This is data about where stuff needs to go. Once you have that data, you can plan for a better infrastructure. You can look at where we could automate highway traffic, for instance, where we could allow for bigger vehicles or longer trucks or heavier ships, where we would need the bigger ports. Of course, those types of data are already factored into these big infrastructure decisions. But given the nature of AI and what we can do with technology now, we can get even better decision support. And that's something that we will see much, much more of in the near future when infrastructure is being transformed into enabling automation, for instance. So AI is a huge cornerstone in that work. Going down then one level to the meso level, if you will, or the tactical level, we're looking at operators in the transportation system. 3PLs, haulage companies, forwarders, those types of companies managing the flows in the system. AI has a huge potential, of course, not only to forecast future demand, but also to manage a large complex system to create dynamic, adaptable decision making based on maybe real-time data or near real-time data, so that you can always max out on the theoretical efficiency as much as possible due to being able to handle much more information and doing it in a really fast and reliable way. That's also a topic for a whole new video about just that. But AI is playing a crucial role in transportation management at the moment, and it will be even more important as we go along. And the more we electrify, the more digital infrastructure will be needed, because electrification is much, much more complex than diesel. Now going down on the lowest level, we are looking at what happens in real time. Here we can see individual vehicles having systems controlling the RPM of the vehicle, the shifting of gears, and how much power to use to go over this specific hill, and the optimal driving style. A truck driver today is controlling a machine which is increasingly excellent at driving by itself and increasingly good at adapting to micro situations and micro level variables like weather, friction, headwinds or tailwinds, how much cargo, and so on and so forth. And one truck driving over a hill with a specific load profile can collect data that will be passed on to trucks coming after it. Maybe not even directly after it. Could be 6 months from now, another truck with the same load profile is climbing the same hill. And the gear shifting will then be using the experience from the truck 6 months ago, who had this exact problem to solve. And once we are looking at networking these different resources and seeing that we can learn in one vehicle and pass that knowledge on to other vehicles, we will open up a whole new area of efficiency, attainable efficiency in the transport system. So all of these three levels will affect the environmental footprint of transport in different ways. The infrastructure could be much more adapted to sustainable transport needs. On the meso level, we can operate the systems much more efficiently. And on the micro level, we can operate each vehicle as efficiently as possible due to the data that's being collected by other vehicles in the system. So this is just one part where AI will revolutionize this industry. There are so many more things, of course, for advanced information processing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, but those are topics for future videos. So thanks again, and don't forget to send me feedback, comments, and requests on what you want me to explain here on Logistics Made Simple next. Bye.